Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. That is Jack. I am Conrad. This is the 45 with a look at the 5 best transfers involving Premier League teams. Transfer Stupid Edition. We'll see how this changes over the course of the season, but this is what we're thinking right now. Brewster, Eze, just about everything Spurs did. Great business by them. Diangana was really nice. Ramsdale, Semedo, Edward Mendy, Willian, Emi Martinez coming in. Just a lot of activity. But what we're looking at is in terms of best. We talk about value in terms of price, where they're at star level wise, kind of the initial success in their early going, as well as what the team needed. But it's really hard to say what actual value is right now because of the economic uncertainty right now. But the league still spent $1.2 billion. Actually, I'm not sure if that was billions of pounds or dollars when I saw that, but this is a lot of money over the window. Players like Havertz and Werner, are they in the top 5? Are they out of the top 5? What does that mean for them from a value perspective? But everything that we're using number-wise here is U.S. dollars via transfer market rather than reported, just so that we can keep some consistency here. It does lead to a little bit of confusion, but we'll start at number 5 with Man United bringing in Alex Telles, the left back, age 27, from Porto for $16.5 million. Everybody knows that they've got some defensive work to do at United. Obviously, you're going to replace Luke Shaw, much better defensively, much better offensively.
Yes.
Even though he's not a great defender.
You know, you won't bring in Alex Telles expecting him to be the lockdown defender 1v1 that Aaron Wan-Bissaka is, but he almost could help offset his issues on the right side by being just an incredibly productive left-sided attacker from the left-back position. I mean, look at that. 11 goals, 8 assists in Liga NOS last year is an incredible amount. I believe Luke Shaw in the last 6 years has about 6 goal contributions. So for him to almost triple that in a single season in just the league is very good in terms of their productivity from the left side. So he's going to add a lot more flair, good set pieces. And again, talk about that value. Even in a non-COVID market, Alex Telles, $16 million, that's a good deal. I think it was a very good move by United. And considering how much we talk down on Manchester United's recruitment and the decisions that they make, this was a very good move by them.
This was probably the lone bright spot in their transfer window. We'll talk about them probably in the not top 5.
Maybe Donny van de Beek.
Oh, that's true. That was a $50 million deal, but he's
a bit more expensive, but he's going to be good as well.
Yeah. Next up, we've got Thomas Partey out of moving to Arsenal, age 27. Center midfielder, defensive midfielder, really. Again, from Atletico Madrid, not feeding a lot of guys up front at Atletico, but a solid signing for Arsenal. I mean, just fits their plan perfectly.
Exactly. We joked that they had to get rid of Gunnar Soros in order to bring in Thomas Partey. Obviously, we've seen since then Mesut Ozil offering to pay the wages for Gunnar Soros, so everyone wins.
Mesut Ozil's doing something for Arsenal. Hey.
Gunnar Soros keeps his job. Thomas Partey comes in, and he's going to be great for Arsenal. I think it's going to be him and Xhaka are going to be 2 very good options in the midfield. Granit Xhaka's made a great redemption arc, by the way. We've attacked the guy in the past, but he's become one of the most influential players at Arsenal since that captain just issue back when he was the captain.
Well, I mean, he was just such a hothead, and I think Partey will bring some level-headedness and steel.
I agree.
And Champions League prowess, too.
Exactly. That's what I was just about to say. He has the experience from a great Diego Simeone side that played in the Champions League, that has gotten a lot of good results, and he's going to come in and be a leader in this Arsenal side. So I think this is a very smart move. They wanted to sign other players as well, but it came to the deadline day, triggered that release clause. $55 million is quite expensive, especially in this market, but I think it's a needed move to try and support Arteta, support Arsenal's improvement.
Next up, we go to Leroy Sané. This is a move out of the Premier League, but look, he's 24 years old. Last meaningful contributions were in 18-19, 31 appearances, 10 goals, 15 assists. It's an amazing haul. He's going to do wonders for that Bayern front, which is already amazing. But this is just at $50 million. This is a great deal for Bayern.
Yeah. We talked about, should we include this, because it's not technically going to the Premier League, but it's just such a good deal that it's like you have to talk about it, because he's a player who I think last summer could have gone for 80, 90, $100 million, and he was probably going to go for that figure to Bayern Munich, but then he blew out his knee, missed the entire season, so there is that question of, is he going to be able to step up? Well, he's done quite well in the first few matches this season, and again, age 24, he had back-to-back seasons before the knee injury of 10-plus goals, 10-plus assists in the Premier League. He's one of the best left wingers in the world. It's not a crazy statement to say that. And at age 24, so much room for growth. And again, that price point and an already dominant Bayern side is just going to be phenomenal for them as they look to try and continue to have incredible attacking options for them.
Probably the best value buy, or one of the two best value buys. We'll talk about one here coming up, but just in terms of what he, to your point, what he could have gone for last year of 80 or 90 million, you're getting him at a $40 million discount, which is crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Great work by Bayern. Next up, number 2, James Rodriguez. Kind of on a free. There may be some loan here. This is a little bit confusing, but he's been amazing, immediately stepping in and having an instant impact for Everton.
You know, if we had done this before the matches started in the Premier League, I'm not sure James would have crept in the top 5. It would have been a discussion like, oh, a really marquee world-class talent going to Everton. That's a pretty cool transfer. But I don't know. Has he been successful? He hasn't been successful last season. Only made 8 appearances for Real Madrid. And the last time he had 20-plus was the year before that when he was on loan at Bayern, picking up 7 goals and 4 assists. So I think that, but after the success that he's had, 3 goals, 2 assists in the first 3 Premier League matches that he's played so far this season. I mean, before, I forget. Just hit the ground running, was a hugely influential player for Carlo Ancelotti's side. And the figure is a bit of a question mark, but even if it was a transfer fee, it will be very cheap. And for the quality they've gotten from him, for a side that, dare I say, they're leading the Premier League, they have the only perfect side left in terms of through 4 matches, he's been a very big part in why Everton are surprising a lot of people, and that's why this transfer's been one of the best in the window.
And he came in with 1 day of practice with the full squad, and that just shows you how much Ancelotti trusts him from their time together previously. So, Ancelotti, you know what I need you to do, go do it. I'm not worried about, running you through practice for 3 weeks before we give you a first run out.
Exactly.
Number 1 overall, Thiago Alcantara, midfielder, played defensive mid for Bayern. Obviously will play more centrally with Fabinho holding down that pivot position for Liverpool. Age 29, but 24 million for arguably the best midfielder in the entire world is great business by Liverpool. And granted, he's been out with COVID-19 the last few matches, but when he did come in and play that second half in that first match that he played, he just came in and it just, much like James Rodriguez, he just fit right in. It was amazing.
Yeah. And Kevin De Bruyne will be very upset by that statement that you just made, that he's the best midfielder in the world. But there's an argument that you can make that Thiago is one of, if not the best midfielder in the world, especially after his performance in the Champions League final against Paris Saint-Germain. So to get a player of that caliber, it's so against Liverpool to sign a player who was literally world-class. If you think about it, when was the last time they signed a bona fide world-class player, one of the best in their position, like to just come into their side? And you can't really think of one. Luis Suarez wasn't like that when they signed. Felipe Coutinho wasn't like that. Salah, Mane, Van Dijk. Maybe Van Dijk, and maybe
the price point would tell you it would be at Van Dijk. Same thing with Alisson, but not not an Alcantara type. Not
at the level that he's been for so long. So again, there are injury questions. COVID-19 is not his fault injury-wise. So there are a few question marks, so it's not the literal perfect move. But what he does is you don't have to rely on him. He just offers you an entirely new dimension, and he is your best midfielder now. And you signed him for a great price, and he fits with your side's age points. You have Van Dijk, Salah, Firmino, Mane. They're all out around the same age. They're all going to be peaking at the same time, so you don't have to worry about mismatching timetables. And as they seek to repeat a Premier League title, Thiago is going to be a big deal, especially if he can maintain that fitness, both in terms of his physical body as well as avoiding the old COVID-19.
That'll do it for us for the top 5 transfers in and out of the Premier League thus far 2020. Now that the window is closed, we will come back with the not so top 5 next up. But
real transfer stupids.
Exactly, truly. That'll do it for us. Please do let us know what you think, some comments, and please do subscribe. Look for us on the Twitter @the45. Take care now.